Okay, so let's play our anthem.
Шановні, просте оголошення. Зараз ми почнемо з гонконгського гімну і потім зразу на черзі український гімн. І потім ми проведемо організаційне питання, построїмося і підемо на марш. So just reminding everyone, now we are starting with Hong Kong national anthem. Then in the sequence we will play Ukrainian national anthem and do organizational questions line up in our column and start. Thank you.
Thank you, and now we will play the Ukrainian national anthem.
Ще не вмерла України і слава воля, ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці, запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу. Козацького роду, душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава Україні! Слава нації! Україна! Україна! Україна!
We'll begin in just a few moments, just to let everybody know what today's route is due to the Christmas markets and other stuff going on. We're going to go right onto Portland Street and then down Oxford Street onto Peter Street. We'll then go onto Deansgate, then onto John Dalton Street, and we'll then follow John Dalton Street onto Victoria Street, then back onto Portland Street. So it's slightly different due to the Christmas market. Just want to say special thanks to cooperation from Manchester City Council and from PT Will.
Hello everyone, welcome to our joint march from Hong Kong and Ukraine. Hello 大家好，係啦，咁我哋今日就召集咗呢個聯合嘅遊行啦。 咁啊，好多謝大家出力參與咁樣啦。Let's introduce ourselves, Igor.
Всім привіт! Мене звуть Ігор, і як Сім каже, що ми зібралися тут сьогодні на український марш разом з Гонконгом нагадати всім в Манчестері, що війна продовжується не тільки в Україні, що Гонконг також продовжує відстоювати свою незалежність.
We are so happy that we can invite Union and Hong Kongers together to do this march. And this march, the theme is to against the new assets of the evil of China and Russia. So today, the purpose of us is to stop them, stop their aggression, stop their dictatorship. So today, let's wake all up and let's do the march and let all know what happened in the road. When the road is so fucked up and Russia is still doing some aggression and keeping strengthening the attack to Ukraine. And Hong Kong is under the CCP control and now 100%. So what should Hong Kong do is keep our principle to do what we want in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong should run by Hong Kong ourselves. And so today we do the march to against the dictatorship of China and Russia. Yeah.
Yes, we definitely agree with Singh, and we're extremely thankful to you all for being here to supporting our cause, because it's extremely important. Now we can see that it all started in Hong Kong more than 3 years ago, and first times Hong Kong was in the news, people were knowing what's going on in Hong Kong, but with years going by, you don't hear nothing about Hong Kong, you don't hear that something's happening, but we know that there is a problem, there is Hong Kongers trying to gain their independence from China. And same now is happening with Ukraine. Ukraine started full-scale invasion in Ukraine started 24th of February 2 years ago. It was always in the news. Everybody was hearing, everybody was speaking, supporting, and helping the cause. But now we don't see Ukraine in the news anymore. And this is giant problem, because every day Ukrainians dying. Every day Hong Kongers are dying to fight for their freedom. So this march is called to remind everyone that there is a lot of pain, a lot of tragedy happening in the world, even though nobody is speaking about it anymore.
Yes, the main point I want to say is if we keep silence, we are giving the allowance to the dictatorship and aggression. So let's stop them. And now we want to invite a Hong Konger to speak for Hong Kong people. Yeah, Thomas, please. And he is one of Hong Konger, and yeah, let him speak.
Hello, thank you everyone for inviting me. My name is Thomas. I'm one of the directors of Bonham Tree Aid. We are an organization supporting the political prisoners in Hong Kong, and then so far we have been supporting for more than 200 political prisoners in Hong Kong who participate the 2019 pro-democracy movement. So, well, the aim of our organization is because they are our wounded soldier. Even though we fled from our homeland, we fled from our home country, but because they are our wounded soldier, they sacrifice for their freedom, their future, and their times with their families, or even their life, or their bodies, to fight for our freedom in Hong Kong. So, because what they sacrifice for us, we cannot abandon them. I mean, even though we are here in this free world, we cannot abandon them. We cannot just leave them in Hong Kong to lose their hope within themselves. So this is what we're trying to do, to keep their faith, keep their hope. And one day, when we have another chance, when we have a second chance in Hong Kong to fight again for our freedom, they can still come again. We can still have those people who fought for our freedom in the past, and then they will do it again. And even for ourselves here, even if we have a second chance, we'll do the same again. Because this is what our human being be. This is our human right. This is our freedom. I mean, this is our homeland, and then we cannot just abandon it. But one day we will go back and then to fight again to get what we want. And also, this is our great honor to share this stage with the Ukrainian. I mean, it is our great pleasure because you guys fought for your life. You lost your homeland, well, many part of your homeland to the Russian aggression, and then you have so much to learn. We have so much to learn from the Ukrainian, your innovation, your unity, your innovation, and then all the courage, determination, and so much we have the togetherness. We have so much in common that we can learn from each other. Although your loss is incomparable to compare to what we had in Hong Kong, because the loss of human life is really can't compare to what we had in Hong Kong. But it's just we need to stand all together, Ukraine, Hong Kong, and other parts of the world who has been oppressed by totalitarianism around the world.
Hong Kong is not China.
Yeah, Hong Kong is not China, and then we know we just cannot give up because they are so powerful. We know they are so powerful. They have so much resources around the world. They're trying to build. They fund so much money to the university in the UK. We know what they're trying to do, but as long as we are still alive, we won't be shut up by them because of their resources. We will keep saying what we want. We're saying what we think is correct because. Okay. So, I mean, for example, just to bring the togetherness, some Hong Kongers in the UK or in Manchester, they drove all the way, they drove a truck to Ukraine just to deliver some essential materials. Everyone around the world, we can do the same just to bring the togetherness. We can just do some of our part in our own side. I mean, it's not like we have to go to the war field. It's not like we can do everything from our own. We can donate money to the Ukrainian. We can donate money to support the political prisoners in Hong Kong. Everyone can do their own part under your own capacity. So we just need to show the solidarity with everyone being oppressed by the totalitarianism around the world. And I also want to say, as a diaspora, I mean, Ukrainian Hong Kongers, we often get so much discouraging message from people around us. Why are you doing such rallies or protests? It is useless. What's the point? Just settle down in this country, just move on. But no, we shouldn't do this because we're having this kind of lipo scheme. Is people sacrifice their life, their freedom for us. We are here in this free world. We should just carry on with what they sacrifice, their sacrification. We just need to keep doing what we need to, and then rather than just move on, we can't just move on and settle down in this country and not doing anything to support our passed away or some of our fellows who are still in the prison or being captured or being tortured by the regime. So just screw that.
According to the heroes.
I'll say, for example, for myself, I've been in this country for 11 years. I've been living here for 11 years already. Someone asked me, oh, well, you have already in this country for a long, long time. Why will you still do such things just to make yourself in danger, at risk, or even yourself cannot go back to Hong Kong to see your families because of what I'm doing here? But it's like, this is where our roots. One day I want to go back to a free Hong Kong, that where we were born to be. The British government, they gave us a free Hong Kong, a free world, but it is destroyed by the CCP already, similar to what happened in Ukraine. It was destroyed by the Russian. And then I know you guys keep asking yourself, what is the purpose of the rallies or the coming into different of protests? There's no point. We can't affect what's happening in that part of the world. But if we just give up, then there's no point for those people in those places that are being tortured, being captured, or even die already. Their sacrifice. We can't just let their sacrifice go away. We just need to keep memorizing them. This is what I mean, or just to keep our own passion. We can just pass on that kind of message to our next generation. We can't just leave that message without, just go away. Because our generation, or even this generation is so important because we're living in this stage now, and then we need to do whatever we can to take back our own country, our own homeland. So, well, I think that's all I can to say, and thank you for the time here.
We'll begin in just a few moments, just to let everybody know what today's route is due to the Christmas markets and other stuff going on. We're going to go right onto Portland Street, and then down Oxford Street onto Peter Street. We'll then go onto Deansgate, then onto John Dalton Street, and we'll then follow John Dalton Street onto Victoria Street, then back onto Portland Street. So it's slightly different due to the Christmas market. Just want to say special thanks to cooperation from Manchester City Council and from PC Wilson and the other police officers at Greater Manchester Police. Also, we do still need some marshals to volunteer to help with the parade. So if you can just come and see myself, Igor or Sin to actually volunteer. Thank you very much. We also have another announcement from Alina.
Доброго дня всім. Ми хочемо оголосити про те, що 16 грудня ми плануємо спеціальний показ документального фільму «20 днів у Маріуполі». Це дуже відомий документальний фільм, який зняли наші журналісти, які перебували на початок вторгнення у Маріуполі, і вони змогли вивести ці кадри і зараз показують їх світові. Тому запрошуємо всіх 16 грудня о 5 годині. Це відбудеться в Олтингемі. І після фільму ми зможемо зібратися і поспілкуватися, обмінятися думками. We'd like to announce that on the 16th of December we organize film screening. It will be special screening in Manchester. The documentary 20 Days in Mariupol. It might be painful to watch, but it must be painful to watch. So please join us and spread the word about the war in Ukraine. And Yaroslav will add more. So please book this day in your diary. So 16th of December, 5 p.m. Alternate, and please feel free to contact me or Yaroslav to get further information. Thank you.
Now we will start lining our column. Head of the column pointed there because we are starting with on the Portland Street. I think 4 people in the row will be fine. So let's start lining up, looking to the right with a column, and we have a big banner that we will carry in the front. So people who will be in the front, get the banner. Давайте строїмося. Наша колона буде дивитися направо, тому що ми починаємо на Portland Road. Так що десь по 4 чоловіки в ряд якраз буде нормально. Будемо обережно йти, не виходячи на проїжджу частину. Це одне. And second one, we need stewards. Please, we need around 6 to 8 people, stewards, volunteers who will be controlling the column. It's super easy job, but it's super important. Нам потрібні стюарди, 6-8 людей, будь ласка. Ми роздамо жилети і ви будете просто контролювати колону, щоб ніхто не згубився по дорозі. So, stewards who willing to be stewards, please come to us. Ready here? Okay, thank you very much for being so very well aligned. Here begin. So let's start. Don't walk fast because we will break our bones through. So walk slowly. Well, let's go. Good luck to us. Слава Україні! Героям слава! Kom!
not China.
香港 is not China.
Hong Kong 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 is not China. Russia is a terrorist state.
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 Russia is a terrorist state. Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
Russia is a terrorist state.
你好啊，點稱呼你啊？
我係 Thomas，我係細肉其中一位董事 Thomas。
你點睇今日嘅事件啊？集會嘅事件？
今日我覺得好一樣就係我哋一開始講咗好耐嘅 We Connect 啦。咁其實我哋 connect 咗，即係俾喺全世界其中一個香港同埋烏克蘭俾一個極權政府去打壓、去入侵、去侵略。咁我哋兩邊嘅人民一齊去共同做個集會，去將呢個 awareness 將呢個聲音帶到俾 Manchester 嘅即係當地人去睇到關於香港或者中國跟住之後同埋烏克蘭、俄羅斯嗰邊嘅事件俾英國當地民眾睇到 ，Manchester 嘅民眾睇到，我覺得係一個即係一個好好嘅開始啦。大家即係喺被去反極權嘅人民入面，大家係同一條陣線，可以大家聯合一齊去俾嗰個極權知道，我哋係會連埋一齊，我哋會一齊對抗你 rather than 我哋可以俾你去分化，然後再逐一擊破，我哋唔會俾你咁樣做咯。我覺得呢個係一個好好嘅一個先兆又好一個跡象啦，就係大家都係喺埋同一條陣線，我哋到最尾就會去一齊向住嗰個目標去進發，就係要打翻低個極權，我哋要攞翻我哋自己嘅地方翻嚟。
你點睇今日嘅人數啊？參與嘅人數啊？
開頭好似少啲人啦，咁但係跟住之後越嚟你開始遊行嗰時就越嚟越多人，跟住之後中間見到都有唔同嘅人去 join 咗個遊行，即係遊行隊伍啦。咁我覺得係一個幾好嘅跡象啦，同埋人數都算係咁啦。即係天氣都唔係咁好，啱啱開始集會嗰時都落大雨啦，咁跟住之後。天氣到行嗰時就開始天氣好翻少少，至少冇落雨啦。咁我覺得人數都點都會有上升下降趨勢嘅，即係因為隨住年月嘅改變啦，咁可能有好多人就會開始對個熱情減退啊。咁但係即係我哋作為香港人，作為過咗嚟嘅香港人，我哋係一個自由社會、自由國度啦，我哋應該要繼續去發聲。香港嗰批人，即係仲係香港嘅朋友，佢哋發唔到聲，有佢哋嘅原因。咁但係我哋去到英國，我哋唔可以繼續收聲，即係唔可以因為過咗嚟英國，跟住話亦都話驚佢所謂嘅國安法去境外執法咁樣而我哋去收聲，我哋要更加去講呢一樣嘢俾全世界人知。佢冇得説好啲咩中國故事、香港故事。係由我哋自己去幫香港真係講出啲真正發生嘅咩事。
你點睇今日咧係10月18號啦，香港嘅19年嘅反送中運動嘅4週年啦，中大同理工事件啦，而今日咁啱就係理工大學嘅事件嘅第3日啦，你點睇個感受啊？
都沉重嘅，呢幾日其實心情都好沉重，或者呢幾個禮拜嘅呢2個禮拜，一係 Poly 又 CU 又 Poly， 咁所以就好嗰個感受係深沉重嘅，因為即係好似我哋咁樣，我哋好多嘅手足都係因為 Poly 事件而 Poly 或者中大而家坐咗入面，坐緊4年、5年，或者有啲係更加多嘅，咁所以其實即係。點都要，即係好似我自己咁，我係揸咗3個幾鐘頭車上，我本身唔住 Manchester，
咁我諗呢樣嘢我點都要做嘅就係，即係就算我自己個人去行，個精神上面、體力上面幾辛苦都好，但係同佢哋去比，我點都係比唔上佢哋喺香港受緊牢獄之災、受緊政權嘅打壓，冇咗一個自由嘅人生。咁我自己個人我點都要行一步，即係就算我揸幾個鐘頭上嚟，跟住再揸翻幾個鐘頭落去，我點都要做呢一樣嘢。我覺得作為香港人，我哋嗰個 passion 或者嗰個 determination 啦、決心，我哋唔可以退卻，因為我哋一退咗嘅話，個政權個暴政就會慢慢繼續去入侵。你見到而家烏克蘭咁樣，佢就趁以色列加沙嗰度打得好勁，跟住去繼續喺俄羅斯烏克蘭嗰邊去更加去入侵多啲，去打得更加多，去炸得更加多烏克蘭嘅地方。你見到嗰啲暴政就係咁樣喺度做，佢趁其他地方開始靜咗少少，佢就去再更加去做得多更加嘅傷天害理嘅事。就算喺香港都係咁樣，所以我覺得我哋嚟到我哋就要繼續去發聲，即係唔可以俾佢去靜落嚟咯。
同埋想問下咧，今日4月18號啦，咁仍然一班坐緊監嘅家屬咧，你點樣去鼓勵佢哋一啲香港人嘅家屬啊？坐緊監嘅家屬
鼓勵我覺得就冇幾多嘢可以鼓勵到，其實即係好似譬如我哋點樣講啲嘢，其實感受就係佢哋去受，或者就係坐緊監嗰受。只可以咁講，我哋係冇忘記到佢哋大家過咗嚟嘅香港人都仲係繼續同佢哋一齊支持緊佢哋，無論任何形式嘅支持緊啦，即係可能金錢上面嘅援助、精神上面嘅援助，或者寫信形式去援助，即係支持佢哋，心靈上面支持佢哋。我覺得我哋點都係大家要 keep 住嗰條火去繼續做緊，去支持佢哋。咁咪香港人呢個身份好快做唔到咯，我哋唔可以撐得好多年，我哋點都要大家撐住大家。
OK， 好 ，thank you，唔該晒。